ready for sale there,
Yeah.
and you don't. This is a very unpleasant surprise. And I think even in light of the cash squeeze, if you communicate this message to your customers, if I would go to a Douglas store and I see, well, there are gaps on the shelves, there is not enough merchandise. Well, this is a super red flag. If a company is struggling that much, this is when you should run for the bunkers, because as a CFO, I would never have allowed a company to get into that situation, because this is when the business is really starting to get hurt a lot, and that may result in some permanent damage to the business. So in the financial model, I would definitely not go with aggressive assumptions here, because first of all, very often it just is a one-off and it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
And secondly, Douglas positioning doesn't allow Douglas to, in terms of industry benchmarks, to be at the lower end of these benchmarks. It has to be at the upper end. Otherwise, they cannot really deliver on that promise.
Yeah. Turning to I guess in a way it's another cash flow item. So cash flow item depends on how you sort of which side you look at it at. But non-recurring costs has been quite a sizable number for this company as percentage of EBITDA, and they provide a breakdown. Sort of the things that go in there are, and sort of let's discuss them from the most egregious one down to sort of the, I guess, more acceptable ones. But starting with the credit card fees, I mean, am I missing something, or is it like, how can this ever be justifiable as a sort of non-recurring cost you add back? I mean,
okay, I fully agree, and let me tell you that PE companies are very creative and sometimes also pretty aggressive in terms of, hey, please provide me with some information on what kind of one-offs you posted into your last quarterly numbers or the last annual numbers. And well, as a CFO, you definitely try to cooperate there, and since it also gives you some breathing room, because a lot of people just end up staring at your adjusted numbers. There's a very high the temptation is very big to go to the edge of what you can do there. So in terms of credit card fees, it really beats me why that should be a one-off. And I also looked at some of the consulting fees they added to that list. Well, just the sheer number is massive. And I don't know whether that relates to some acquisitions they made, whether that is still, because, just paying so much money for consultants. I don't know whether that was the last 6 months numbers I looked at. But I was just astonished to see substantial adjustments on the EBITDA level, and in some of the line items I found to be, a little bit unusual, to put it that way.
But just on the credit card fees, so I understand it properly. This is the 1% or whatever. This is basically if you're paying with the Amex, obviously the Amex business model is to charge the fee to the merchant. This is the fee that they're adding back, right? This is not some other fee. This is basically it's a cost for the business, so there is no question about it, and there is no reason to ever add it back. That's what we are talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess slightly. I mean, this item I can understand a little bit better. The purchase price allocation.
Hold on a second. Now I'm having second thoughts here.